All right. I'm fucking sorry about the jet engine sound in the background, but it's 17 degrees here in North Carolina today, and my heat went out, so there's that. But I got this new jig. You can convert a non-mechanical fuel pump 350 block into one with this jig. I've yet to use it. So here's your jigs. That's probably can't see that. Hey, okay, you can. Move that over a notch. Make sure I'm getting everything in here. But I figured I couldn't find a video on how to use this thing, so I figured I'd make one. And that way there in the future, if someone else gets one of these and wants to use it, it'll be a how-to. I did find a PDF, I read over it. I used to have an employee who did this for me. So the jigs have physically been used. I've seen them been used, but I have yet to do it. So, pull everything out. Cool thing is, the previous employee had already put together like the missing parts that don't come with it when you buy it, type stuff. So everything I need is already here. I just got to figure out how to use it now. Because all they sent was a receipt. Luckily, on the internet, when I looked it up again, there's a PDF that goes over everything. So I'm gonna read through it with you guys and figure out how to do this. All right, follow these steps. Check the block to make sure it has 2 3/8 and 2 1/4 threaded holes on the fuel pump pad. If not, bolt the L-shaped drilling jig to the block using the 2 3/8 holes on the lower right front of the block. Drill 2 5/16 bits not included and 2 number 8 in fuel pump pad of block. Unbolt jig and remove from block. Tap the 5/16 holes using a 3/8 16 tap and a number 8 holes with a 1/4 20 tap, which I'm sure that's what these are. We have a 1/4 20 and a 3/8 16, so we do have the right those. I've already got those holes drilled, like the block has them already drilled. I have not drilled anything on this block yet. But we'll go ahead and show you. I'll do that step even though it's not needed, just to show it. Which, I mean, I guess I could do this step now, but in the PDF it says to do this last, but I don't see any reason why you can't do it now, since I'm going to demonstrate where this goes anyways. You take your L-shaped jig, get it bolted on here. This'll, you can actually, if it doesn't have the fuel pump holes or the fuel pump bolt holes already in it, this jig, you can drill them in with it and then tap them. I'll just have to tap them. One of them's already tapped, 3 of them are not. So we'll be tapping that next. But this piece also drills the return hole into the block if it doesn't have one, which has already got a pre-drilled hole, but it's not all the way through for the return. So we'll be doing that. So then it tells you, last step, it's bolt the drilling jig with 3/8 bush into the fuel pump pad using 3/8 holes, using a 3/8 not included drill the oil drain back hole through the floor of the block, which is what we're getting ready to do. So step 1 was check the block to make sure it has 2 3/8 and 2 1/4, as I said earlier, blah blah blah. So if it didn't have the bolt holes already in it, you're going to get your, let's see here, L-shaped drilling block using the 3/8 holes on the lower right front of block. Drill 2 5/16 and 2 number 8s. So you would take your 8 drill bit, you got your 2 jig holes right here, you would drill into the top, which meet up perfectly with the ones that came from the factory right there. It's already in this block but not threaded. And then you'd have your 2 down here, which are 5/8, I believe is what it said, right? 5/16, sorry. You would drill right here, and that's how that jig works. Alright. Seems pretty simple. Get her in there and drill through it. I guess that's pointed where I need it. show you what happened. So now that's been drilled, get your little jig, cut through, and now there's a return hole. Alright, step 2 they say. Bolt the drilling jig with the 1/2-inch bushing to fuel pump pad on the block using the 3/8 holes. Drill the fuel pump push rod holes using the extra long half included. Unbolt jig and remove from block. Okay, so I've only got thread in one of them, it looks like. Yeah, that hasn't been tapped. That one has threads in it, but I'll clean it up, and these haven't been tapped, so now I need to tap them. Instead of boring you watching me tap the rest of it, I just went ahead and tapped all of them. Everything's good now. We have our boats, we have a return hole. So next is actually putting the fuel pump hole in itself. Alright, next step. Bolt the drilling jig with the 1/2-inch bushing to the fuel pump pad on the block using the 3/8 holes. Drill the fuel pump push rod hole using the extra long 1/2-inch included. Unbolt jig and remove from block. Alright, so next jig. Put it on here. Hey, for once, I actually found where I put the Allen wrench. First try. Alright, jig in place. So, let's get to drilling. Alright, since the last time I was recording, we have officially got this completely, of course it don't want to go in now, there we go, completely through with the fuel pump rod. Alright, so let's get this off now. We'll be moving on to the next jig. Now you got this one, it's a little bit larger. Give me a second, I'll pull the PDF back up and go over what it says to do next in the instructions. This is for your counterbore. Step 3, bolt the drilling jig with the 1-inch bushing to the fuel pump pad using the 3/8 holes. Use the 1-inch drill bit included to bore the counterbore 1/2 inch to 1 5/8 OE. Counterbores vary in depth. Unibolt jig and remove from block. Oh, misread that. Unbolt jig. The scratches on the case. Big ass drill bit for the counterbore. Yeah. Alright. So an inch. Let's see how far the. So here we go. See what we did. Said, now you just take the reamer tool and run it down through here. Alright, now we have all the holes tapped for the fuel pump. Got the fuel pump hole with the counter bore. Got the return hole. This block now can have a mechanical fuel pump. Yep, see in there? Comes out, sit on the cam. Last thing, we're gonna test for the... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna work great.